Hello. I'm so sorry if that actually I timed that pretty well. Let me go ahead and swap over here. Oh, I forgot the music set up again. Bear with me, folks. Trevor, how's it going? Let's go. I made it this time. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Let me go ahead and just there we go. Hello. Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? I am not prepared. Wanted to get on here earlier, but I had a surprise phone call that I got that I wasn't expecting and kind of had to take it. And then that phone call ended up being a lot longer than I expected. So if you guys are watching this and you got past the intro and the rerun, I apologize. I am not prepared right now. Come on. Give me music. Give me music. Roll play. You guys not hear that? Oh god. Did the intro work? Okay. The intro worked. Bear with me, folks. I am all discombobulated. I don't know what the hell is going on with my sound settings. Okay, good. You can hear me? Can you hear the music, Trevor? I don't think you can hear the music. No music. All right. Does that do anything? Is it the song itself? Maybe it's too quiet that you guys can't pick it up. I don't know what is going on here. Okay, so it was just too quiet. Let me know if it's good volume, Trevor. I apologize. Thank you for being patient with me, buddy. That should be good on the volume end. I guess just being stupid. All right, cool. All right, folks. Hello, how's everyone doing? I know it's late. Like I said, I had to take a phone call that I wasn't expecting, so it kind of pushed everything back. Plus, I had to go eat dinner, get myself settled. Like, I'm just discombobulated today. So, finally something happened. There's a lot of sideways price action going on. I was kind of anticipating this happening, but not exactly to where we are right now. I was expecting a little bit more of an up push, but going back to what I said in the beginning for a while now is that you have this ABC here. And as long as BTC is above that 18,450 level, yeah, about 18,450. Definitely, I would say go ahead and be bullish. I am personally taking a long off of that level. I am still holding a position on that. I want to talk about something else that's changed over the last couple days, or at least today. So from there, I gotta save these charts more. The 18,451, and as long as we're above there, I would say go ahead and hold your longs. I don't know where this is gonna go. I'm targeting much higher. I would like to see a test of kind of this area here and see where that takes us. I personally am not going to be taking profits on this unless the market gives me another good entry to take something like along the lines of this. Let's say, let me give you an example here. Let's say prices kind of continues up. I'm just, I'm just spitballing here. You know what? I should probably use the ABC board of lines. I might re-enter on a setup something like this. If I see a good upswing, and then I see a much larger, healthier pullback, I'll go ahead and enter on that. Even though this does look like a head and shoulders, I will enter off of that ABC. And from there, that's the only time I'm looking to re-enter a long position. I'm going to be holding this for a while. Do I think that we're going to, start a bull market? I don't know. I don't think so. I think this is just going to be another area to where we kind of just slowly take our time and push upwards. I personally don't think that this is going to be the turn of the bear market, and there's a couple of reasons why. One thing that I noticed over the past, let's say yesterday and the end of last week, something that was very intriguing to me, something that really piqued my interest, is that if you guys have been paying attention to any traditional markets at all, I'll go over the SPY. That's a long-term count that I had that doesn't really matter anymore. Same thing with this. So the Dow Jones, the SPY, and the ES, which basically is the S&P mini futures, they're pretty much the same. As these two are the same, but I like to use this as a correlation to see where the market is going and what the overall bigger picture is. And to me, we were on Friday, we were kind of hanging around here. I basically said, look, I want to see a lower low form for a much larger ABC to form down here. And if that can happen and it can sustain above that level, I'm going to be pretty bullish, at least on just the markets in general. The only reason why is because everyone and their mother is crying bear market recession. I'm not saying it definitely can't happen, but for me personally, I don't see it being as bad as everyone says it is. And to be honest, this could be a very, very healthy sign of a correction ending. We did get a slight wick past the low, and as of right now, we're holding above that. So as long as like the ES is hanging above that 3640 for the SPY, let me just give you a more correlating level around that 362.50, 363 area. I would say definitely go ahead and be a little bit more bullish. Just because to me, on a much larger scale, this looks like a healthy correction. And now, am I dead wrong? Possibly. If that fails, the only other place I could see this going to, probably testing this area here, somewhere in that that 350, 325 area. Just because it's the peak of the market before the COVID dump and kind of this consolidation around here, that to me is good support. But it doesn't have to get down there. As long as we put in that lower low, which if I zoom, it's like an hourly, it looks like we did. Yes. So to me, on traditional markets, things are looking a bit bullish. The Dow Jones is still under there a little bit. The DXY, I'll kind of go over that a little briefly, because to me, obviously, there's inverse correlation involved. So I'm well aware that this does have some meaning to it. I'm not, completely riding this wave saying that this is going to be, that this is the end all be all for understanding markets. But for me, the fact that traditional markets are looking pretty healthy right now, I personally think that might definitely carry over, because if you guys were paying attention to traditional markets on Friday, everything was dumping. Everything. Basically, these wicks here, SPY was dumping, ES was dumping, Dow Jones was dumping. BTC just was just minding its own business, is kind of hanging out in this area of support and kind of consolidating. So a part of me wanted to say that it was bullish. A part of me wanted to say, oh, we're just going to wait till the weekend comes and then dump lower. Me personally, the more I see this develop, the more I want to see an Adam and Eve play out. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Just me personally, I think that this might be a good indication of what to look out for. If it can break above that neckline and hold, it's looking pretty good to me, to be honest. So obviously from the ABC side of things, you do have this setup here, which I will be shorting. If price does get back above here, this is a massive structure. And to me, this could be something in the realms of what we saw back here. I want to say, what was this? I can't believe that was April already. That was crazy. I feel like I still remember this part of price action still playing out. But we could get something similar to here, to where we see price kind of take its time, form a larger structure, and then continue downwards. I don't know. If anything, if that does happen, I'm probably going to be looking for lower. But until that happens, I can't necessarily lean that direction. So that's pretty much it for BTC. That's all I really want to go over. Remember, if that AT450 fails, the next place I'll be looking along is that 17,600 level. Remember, it has to cross back below and then get back above and hold. But as of right now, things are looking pretty good. That's the only other thing I want to touch on. I am in a full position on BTC. Go ahead and talk about ETH here for a second. So ETH is in a very similar situation. There's just the structure itself played out a little bit differently. And to me, this is a good sign of a healthy correction. I am not worried. We came down and tested this area here, which to me, this is a good area of support. We tested that level. We have a bullish ABC forming. Now, we are stuck under the main ABC, but there is a smaller ABC, which I'll highlight here in a second. Highlight the two main ones. So obviously the main one here, as I just highlighted before, is this one. I'll go ahead and mark that with the trend lines. All right, and then you have the smaller one here. Now this can easily turn into a situation to where we could come down and place another lower low, and that still would look like a completed structure to me. I wouldn't be too worried. But as of right now, as it stands, as long as ETH is above that 1276 level, and when ETH gets back above that 1421, I will be taking longs. I'm taking a half position on ETH at the moment, and I'm currently waiting for it to get to 1421 to take the other half. That's pretty much the game plan going forward. As of targets, I don't necessarily know right away or right offhand. Wow, ETH had a very similar situation here too. For me, I'm not too sure. I kind of have to see what happens. ETH is playing out a little bit differently than what BTC has been doing. So this can easily still be an A to a B to a C. And then we mark out that high. And I can easily call for a much larger move to the downside if it does get up there and it can't hold. That's the main, most important point of that statement, is that if it can get above here and come back down and not hold below, to me that's pretty bearish, and I will look to hold shorts on a longer term if that is the case. So, but as of right now, I'm looking to play ETH until it gets higher, and that is pretty much it. I do want to say one thing as well about ETH. Let me just get this on here. Now that you were streaming, we are pumping tiny bits, so let's go. Hey, it'll be a first. It'll be a first. I mean, you do have, like, This could be a scenario situation where you do have a, if ETH wanted to come down and take one more low or take out the previous low here, form a completed structure, you do have that ABC at 1359. That is small in my opinion. I think if you, I would say it's valid, but I personally wouldn't take this. If I did take this, I would be looking for, I'd be taking some sort of half position on it, and I would not be riding the wave. I'd probably just cash it out to there. Let me see what the R&R is on that. Maybe I might write it down a little bit more. Who knows? Yeah, it's about a 10. That's actually what I like to see, around a 10. So maybe if ETH does come back up above here, I might consider taking a small scalp on ETH just to see. Who knows? I personally don't know. I'm kind of just playing it as it is. For BTC, if something similar, I unfortunately did not play this. I think you could have. But this is a ABC that you wouldn't necessarily ride, you know, all the way down to, you know, 12K, 10K. To me, this is just more of like of a retest setup where you were testing for a little bit lower, possibly get down to that 17,600. I personally wouldn't ride this home all the way to the fucking zero. Sorry, I'm sorry that I cursed. I would not ride this, you know, expecting all hell to break loose, but I would say a good test somewhere with a decent R&R. Not particularly my favorite. Just something a little small setup to talk about. That's about pretty much it for the updates. I'll go over some of the coins if you want. If you guys are just hopping in, tuning in, saying hello, feel free to ask me anything you might have that's ABC related. I know, like I said, I know it's late. I feel absolutely terrible. I was just about to set up, my phone rang. I'm like literally I almost like face planted onto my desk. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But I had a very good conversation with a buddy of mine, and I have a lot going on, and there's a lot on the table for me. I have a lot of important decisions to make coming up soon. Well, it's relatively up to me to make those decisions. I have some things I want to commit to. I'm not too sure if I'm ready for it, so I'll talk about it more later on. I really just don't feel like touching on it too much. It's just certain situations that are going on in life. It's gonna be tough. So it's not. I don't want anyone to think it's bad. It's not bad. It's just a change of certain things, like a change of direction. This is a change in life in general. Like, I think everyone experiences this to a certain degree. I don't know if you know, it's some of it's more severe, some of it's little things. But to me, I feel like once every 5 years, I would say, that a lot of people find themselves in different situations in life, just through evolving, just through getting older, learning things. I think it's good and bad depending on what it is. But I genuinely think that like everyone at some point does evolve. It could be with anything. It's hard for me to pinpoint exactly. But I'm kind of going through that phase right now where things are starting to like shape up a little bit, and I'm getting into a situation to where I might have to make a couple changes in my life, and some things I'm ready for, some things I'm not. So let's see what happens with there. I'm excited. I'm also very scared, but I'm very excited. So that's what's going on with me right now. I got a lot on my plate, and also I want to continue doing this too. I love streaming for you guys. I'm gonna give a shout out if you guys are in David Tech's group and you've been asking me good questions using the ABC method and all this stuff, and you're having success, whether it's not even just profit wise, just an evolution of how you approach trading. I've had a couple of people reach out to me recently and say, hey, like, thank you, like, for clearing things up for me. Like, you definitely helped me look at things a little bit differently, and I want to thank you. And the stuff like that makes me feel amazing, and I want to thank every single one of you guys if you guys are doing well. If you guys aren't doing well with this, or you guys are just coming across this and you need help, please feel free to ask. My goal is to help you guys out as best as I can. So, yeah, that's about it. Hell yeah, best of luck. Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate you, buddy. I'm gonna need it. Like I said, nothing's set in stone. It's ultimately up to me to pull the trigger. So. See, change is hard, but it can lead to great things. Absolutely, Trevor. I agree. God damn it, Tyler. I gave you a little one. Brian Perry. Looks like Adam has a long and a short setup at the same time. Which to take? Great question, actually. I want to take a look at this. Just give you a moment here. Let's see. Adam. Do I have Adam on this list? Thought I did. I'll pull it up here. All right. So when answering this question, Brian, the most important thing is to understand what the bigger picture looks like. And based off of what I see, like if I go to I want to see if there's any major levels that I'm missing. Did it reach putting that higher high? It did not. This is A to a B to a C. This being ABC. It depends on where you're looking at it from. Ultimately, for Adam to be bullish, you want it to get back above $20 and $23.9 around there. Now, if I'm looking at this, to me, this is garbage. I consider this garbage. It's just very trendy. Well, sorry. It's very, how do I say this? This looks like almost like a wedge where price is kind of channels in one direction. I like price action to have a little bit bigger swings, so something like that. To me, this is very choppy to where I could just sit here and just do this all day. Why isn't this not drawing? This is very, I don't like this. So I would say the bigger structure. This is tough. I'm gonna say that this is an A to a B to a C. If you're going to prioritize one, Brian, I would probably say take the long, prioritize the long side, and wait for this to form. And then take the short up there. That's what I would do. I just don't like this price action here. Ultimately, I would try to long this. Because the situations like that where you have a long and a short literally right on top of each other, I don't like situations like that. And it also depends on the price action before it. Now, if this was a little bit more stable and had a little bit of a healthier move, I would say prioritize the short, but I do not like this. So I would personally take the long. Not financial advice by any means. I would take the long, try to get the structure to form something like this, and then hit the short up here. That's just me personally, though. Let's see. I love I love randomly popping in or popping by and saying that we least expect it. I honestly don't expect it at all. So thank you for keeping me on edge, Tyler. I appreciate you. Let's see. Vlad, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping by. I know it's late where you are, so thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know if I'll see you in the morning. It really depends on what the time difference is like. But in case you guys are in David's channel and watching this, I am going to be doing a AMA session about ABCs and trading in general tomorrow morning at like 7 a.m. my time. So I figured I feel bad because every time I do these sessions on David's channel, I feel like a lot of people who are involved, or a lot of people who basically give a lot of time, put a lot of time into the Discord channel, are from the European, like Eastern side of the world. So I feel bad not being able to pop in live, ask people to, talk to you guys. So I figured to give you guys both opportunity to talk to me that time zone and then in this time zone. That would be 12:01 p.m. London. Yes, that is correct, Vlad. Sorry, I should have clarified that. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock London time. So 12 o'clock p.m. Be on the lookout on David Tech's Discord if you guys are in it. I will be doing a AMA session. I'll pull it up here in a second. It was very last minute, and thank you, Vlad, for setting that up for me. I usually like to give you guys a little bit more of a heads up, but I was kind of just looking at the schedule here, and to me, that made the most sense. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. I'm going to be waking up early just for you guys. So I look forward to it. Cheers, Vlad. Thank you. Should be a beer in my hand, but unfortunately, I only have his water. That's interesting. Thanks. Of course, Brian. Seems like favoriting short, but there is a long entry also. Yes, yeah. Like I said, I would wait to get a clear structure on Adam on a bigger time frame. Let's see. Sleep disorder is king. Oh God. See, I can't do it. I don't know why. I've always been like this when I was growing up. Ever since I was like 15, 16. If I can't get like 9-10 hours, like if I can't get like 9 to 10 hours of sleep, I can't function. And that's why during the week I struggle, because I'll sit there and go to bed at like 11, 12, sometimes 1 o'clock, and I got to get up at like, on a regular day, like I'll be up at like 7:45, 8, and I'm just shot. And for a lot of people, that's plenty of sleep. For me, that's nothing. So that's a good and bad thing. And I try to make up for it during the weekend. Like I'll have one day where I'll sleep for like 12, 15 hours straight. And that kind of gets me back in like a better area. But by the time I'm settled and the week starts over again, I'm right back to where I was by like this time. Tomorrow, I will definitely be shot. So maybe I'll try to squeeze in a nap. Let's see. Ask David for that huge kind of mug. Would kill for a beer too. Yes. Since middle school all the way to university, including that, I used to game till 4 or 5 a.m. during school. I don't know how you do it, Vlad. I have no idea how you do it. That is crazy. I know people who are like that in my personal life. They'll literally sit there, they can sleep for 3 or 4 hours a night and they're good. If I was able to do that, I could do that for maybe like a day or two, but then I'm absolutely just shot. Dedication. LOL. You know what? That's absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Who needs sleep? Maybe. No. That's another thing I got to work on too. Like I'm used to skip 8 a.m. classes. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's another thing I need to focus on too, is like I'll stick to something. I'll go like, how do I say this? I'm a very all or nothing type of person, to where I will be 110% into something. And when I'm not into something anymore, I stop. Like, I'm always like, when I'm not here on stream, I'm always constantly doing something revolving trading related, streaming related, or a combination of two. Like, I'm learning new things about streaming. I'm also like right now I'm in the middle of reading a book. I'm sure you guys heard me talk about it. It's called Best Losers Wins by Tom Hugard. I am like more than halfway done with it. And yeah, Vlad, don't forget that too. Don't forget. Yeah, I also do this on my spare time. I play with these things, my battle axes. So, what was I gonna say? I realized that I'm always constantly doing something is because I want to do this. I love doing these style of, how do I say this? I love streaming. I love learning, and when I really am involved in something, I really want to do it. Man, I kind of don't like the dinky bodies. Yeah, unfortunately, it's the most common style. Like that one, my Schecter is the same way. I have pretty much all my guitars are either Les Paul shaped, that shape that you just saw. I'm trying to think if I have anything weird. I don't have any V's. A V is a next on my list. I want a flying V so bad, and I have two in mind that I really want. The ESP Arrow and Solar makes a really cool style of V as well. I want a V. I have one Explorer shape. What the hell am I listening to? Absolutely not. Whatever this is. But thank you, Vlad. I appreciate it. I'm very, very basic black. I have one white guitar, two white guitars. One of them is a wood, like a natural stain color. The Schecter I have is like a bluish gray, almost more of a gray side. I have an acoustic. Maybe one day I'll pull out all my guitars for stream. Check DMs. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, this hurts. Oh my god, Vlad. You just saw my heart just break. You just saw my heart just break. That was an Epiphone Explorer. When did you order that, Vlad? Was that recent? Oh, it's your dog. Oh no. It's not like it's not like you can blame the shipper and like you can't get mad at your dog for that. You can't get mad at your dog for that. Fuck. That's such a nice guitar. Is that a what mod? No, I was gonna say, is that a James Hetfield model? Like but I'm pretty sure Epiphone didn't do like a signature style with him. I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong on that, Vlad. It's a cheap. Yeah, hey, Epiphones are cheap, but some of them you can get are really good. I don't know why. Epiphone's been stepping up their game recently. Like, I have one of my favorite guitars ever is an Epiphone. Have you seen my have you seen my Epiphone, Vlad? I don't think I'll show you. Hold on. Let me go. Give me 1 second, because the case is in the other side of the room. Hold on. I'm going to switch screens here for a moment. Bear with me 1 second, folks. All right. Okay, I am back. So, Vlad, I don't know if you ever see anything like this. I'm not into humbuckers anymore. Are you kidding me? No. Single coils are there's. I'll give you my viewpoint in a second. I absolutely love this thing. This is my favorite guitar the whole time. I don't play that much, but I gotta get it reset up. So it's the Epiphone Les Paul. Is it a custom? Yeah, it's a Les Paul custom. All white. I love this thing. This thing sounds the best. I just love the way this thing's set up. I gotta get it reset up. I gotta go drop it off at the shop soon. But Vlad, how do you not like sing? How do you not like humbucker? All right, the only thing I will say, never saw a full white. Is that rare? Wow, where? I can't talk. Yes, that is very rare. ESPs have like a white single cut style like Epiphone, but got a black fretboard. This is, I think Epiphone did it with this guitar and another guitar. I forgot who did it. It was who is it? Whoever the producer and songwriter is for Death Clock, Brendan, I think his name is. He had an all white Explorer shape. Humbucks are too. See that's what I was gonna say. It depends on the style of music you play. Me, and when I play, I'm a metalhead, love metal. Humbuckers are absolutely the way to go. The single coils are very flat. Like their output's not. That's why like I like the humbuckers and the EMGs and the Fishmans, because a little bit higher output. But I would say the Fishmans are better than the EMGs. EMGs have been the staple for 20, 30 years. Fishmans came out and absolutely changed the game. I played that same style you just saw, Vlad. I played a newer version from that same artist. It had Fishmans in it. Amazing. Can't play metal on single coil. Yep. Exactly. So that's why for me, like, it depends on your style of music. So I'm not going to sit here and shit on single coils because it's not my thing. I played Fenders before. Like a Fender, what is it? Wasn't a Telecaster, it was a Strat. I forgot what it had in it, but it had some sort of single coil setup. It was a nice guitar, but not my thing. It sounded, it was a Strat. I don't exactly remember what was in it, but it was a higher end guitar. It sounded beautiful, just like the cleans and how smooth it was, but it's not my thing. I think Jim Root's EMGs are cool. Love the Jazz Master. Yeah, I really like that Jazz Master shape. I want one of those. That's also on my list. Well, I have a lot of guitars on my list. Made in USA, whatever sounds cool. Yeah. It was nice. Like I said, not my thing. That Epiphone is absolutely a monster, though. I really want to get my hands on... I'll pull it up here in a second. So I want this thing. So it's from the same artist that collaborated with Epiphone. Oh my god, I guess I have to go to Epiphone's website because I can't find good pictures of this. Made in US, not Mexico crap. Te quiero, amigos. I need friends. Funny. I'm half Spanish. I should know. Is that right? Te quiero, amigos. Yeah, that should be right. This is a modern Les Paul. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to find this. Maybe if I search it up in the website. Search. Can I search? Oh, great. You can't even search. Perfect. I need. There's a signature model. That's funny. Keep you in check. Why can't I find... Here it is. But I need it in white. Where's the white version? There you go. I want... This is my next guitar, but I want it in a 7. This thing is nice. I played this exact guitar on a the black top version. Same thing, 6-string, but I want a 7. The Fishman Fluence mod is basically his own signature pickups in there as well. Oh, this thing is absolutely a beast. And it has a push-pull setting on the knobs to where you can actually activate like a single coil mode. Does a little bit, you can play a little bit more of your nice smoothie, nice soothing jazz and cleans riffs. Serenade a little bit more. All right. Oh shit, we've been going for almost an hour. Cool. You guys have any other questions? Or sorry, any other? You guys have any questions for me? Oh, I know I forgot to do something. Oh, whatever. I could do it after. It's no big deal. Let's see. I find those shapes elegant, nothing to do with metal. Yeah, I like the Les Paul look. I used to hate it when I was a kid. Like, I grew up when I was like 13, 14. I grew up purely listening to Metallica. So all like the ESPs, you know, James's Explorer, Kurt's, like the Strat. I mean, it's not really a Strat style, but whatever this style is. I have like one of his old signature KH202s in my lineup that I don't use anymore because that guitar was kind of trash. Like the Epiphone style, the Gibson, the Explorer style, V's, the Flying V's. BC Rich, are they still around? I believe they are. I think they released a Kerry King model recently. But to be honest, I don't think... Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, they're still around. They did, you know what they did? They made the guitar that you saw the one kid play on Stranger Things. I don't know if you've seen Stranger Things, but like that whole Master of Puppet scene in the show, that guitar he was using was a BC Rich. I don't know which one exactly it was. I gotta look at the models. Warlock or Warrior or cool. Oh, Warlock. Yeah. Let's see. Why can't I find these? Are they? Oh, okay, it's just taking a while for them to load. I mean, BC Rich is still kind of around. Like, they have like decent stuff. I always found these weird shaped guitars. Like, I just think they're ugly. Hold on, like, this is, what the hell is this? There's a Warlock. There's a Warlock for you. Just a little bit your standard style guitar. I guess consider standard. They have their V's. This is ugly. That's ugly. There's more Warlocks for you. Yeah, but they're like, look. I have a friend of mine. Shout out to Kevin. He's got a nice Warlock here. I think it's the exact same setup. $1,500 though. Ugh. Not my thing. The outline of this guitar is really cool, but not my thing. Okay, so you it's on the I personally don't watch it. I just know that the kid in the show, like the last episode of the most recent season, used a BC Rich to play the Master of Puppets part, which I thought was pretty cool. Weird shapes are weird to play while yeah, how do you supposed to play sitting down? I don't understand how you're supposed to play those sitting down. That's why that's the reason why I like the Dinky style, the Epiphone Les Paul style. Even the Explorers are kind of hard to play sitting down. There's some kind of support like for classic. Yeah, but I feel like that's so extra. That's so extra. Anyway, the best guitar sound I think is Steve Vai's. Yeah. Trying to think who else. Me personally, like I said, this all comes down to taste, style. The best setup I've ever played was, for my style of music, was that Epiphone that you saw that I had on a 5150 modern 100-watt stack. I was in a guitar center in like middle of Virginia, which is I was like on a road trip. I decided to take a random pit stop at a random guitar center. They had the guitar I wanted, and they had a good amp setup. It wasn't my favorite, but they allowed me to take it back in like a quiet room in the corner, and I shredded that. I absolutely blasted that thing. I was blown away. I didn't want to leave. It sounded so good, so crisp. Nothing will ever beat the sound of you standing next to an amp, or you sitting next to an amp. That thing, not obviously, you're not to the point where you can't fucking hear anything, but like if you turn that thing up, oh my god. But Steve Vai does have a really cool sound. I like him. Paul Gilbert is another one in that area. I like his sound. Is like, when it comes to actual guitar setup plus his style, I really like his style too. In my opinion, if you find an Epiphone sound good, there's a Gibson. Yes and yes, I would agree. But the thing is, that Epiphone, same thing with this one you saw, it's like a higher end Epiphone. So the reason why I say that is the exact same guitar you saw, he played that on stage. He recorded records with that guitar. 2 records he recorded. His most recent record he recorded with the guitar you saw on screen. Like, he builds them up to standard to what he would play them live and how he would use them regularly. So most 95% of guitars that Epiphone makes, yes. But for some reason, Gibson hasn't made a model that's their own version of that model, and I don't think they can do any better. I honestly don't think. Yeah, they might have the electronics of a true Gibson, but not the wood. Yes, that's where I'll give that to you. The actual, the wood itself is going to Absolutely. Like if you stuck that same hardware in a Gibson, I would absolutely agree. That thing would be absolutely insane, as if it's not insane already. Mahogany is the best, hands down. Yeah, yeah, I would say mahogany. I really don't. When it comes to like guitar woods, I can see a difference, but for me and like my style, when you're sitting there with high gain sound, it's kind of it's very minimal differences for me. But yes, I have played on it was a Roland JC 120, basically like a jazz chorus amp. I played like 4 different guitars on it. I forgot exactly which ones, but I remember the guy was just handing me one, like a different one. Here, try this one, try this one. And there was a significant difference. And there was a Gibson with a mahogany body. Absolutely phenomenal clean sound. I love that thing. Did the law forbidding rosewood for next pass? I was just talking about this with a friend of mine last week. I don't know. Rose. It's regulated, but it's not banned. So you have to, as of 2019, there's basically laws on it have been removed. I don't remember if they changed it. Yeah, it went from banned to regulated to now I think they stopped. I think they lifted that. I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, it looks like they did. There's a guy who used to live down by me who does custom work, custom guitars. Oh, sorry, Vlad. I can do this all day. I can do this all day. No, you're right. I gotta stop. Let's talk trading now. Absolutely. I'm sorry, guys, for if me and Vlad were having our own sidebar conversation about guitars. Yeah. If you guys have anything trading related to ask, I would have. Now's the time to do it. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. I feel the same way. I'm sorry because like I feel like 95% of people listening or will listen to this in the future are gonna have no idea what the hell we're talking about. But if you are a part of that few who do understand, I appreciate you. Even if you don't understand, I still appreciate you just as much. I wish one day, guys, I'm gonna catch a big move on stream. I'm going to. If I had more time, it'd be a lot easier, but I do not have time. I forget how we got onto this. Oh yeah, I was talking about like me being dedicated towards things in other parts of life. But yeah, if you guys want to get good at something, practice, learn, study, practice. You want to get good at trading? Practice, learn, study. 24 live stream live trading. You know what's funny, Vlad? I thought about like keeping my charts up on a separate channel. Or I think, I don't know. The problem with that is like, to me, my style of trading isn't that exciting. Like what, you're gonna see me post a new pattern once every 2 weeks? Like it's not gonna get a lot of views. Like if I sit there and do crackhead scalping, yeah, it's gonna get a lot more attention. but I'd rather not do that. Trust me, I have thought about it. But every time I think about it, I think about Target Hit and what he's doing, and it just makes you cringe. Makes you cringe. Do a 10-second chart. Do I still have? I think I downgraded my Tradingview, to be honest. Yeah. I downgraded my Tradingview because I honestly didn't need it, and I don't need to spend that. I don't need to spend that extra money. Have you tried trading by the order book? I have not. I kind of know what they are. My problem when it comes to trading with order books, order blocks, volume is it's always constantly changing. So you might have a specific order block or volume section you're looking at. As time progresses, orders change. Nothing's not set in stone. I find it very hard to see people have success with that just because, but like I said, maybe for crackhead scalping, maybe it's a must. I don't know. But for my style, what I use, I don't see it being that valuable for me to add it to my repertoire. So that's just me though. Have you tried? I think hyper scalp. Yeah, for hyper scalping. Yeah, if you're gonna be a crackhead, I would think that makes sense because you're kind of keeping up with the orders live. For stuff like this, what I'm doing, to me it doesn't help. It's not gonna help you. Because my thing is, because of the idea that it constantly changes and that volume profiles do change, orders get moved, it can lead you to make impatient and quick decisions that might help but might hurt you in the long run. So I've been reading Trader Tom's book, and I realized a mistake I've been making. Now, it's not a mistake that I make often, but it's something that I do tend to do. It's one of the things I want to talk about this because this is very important. Because I feel like a lot of you guys can relate to this. So for me, we're going to be talking about taking profit, taking partial profits, taking half profits. Is when it comes down to any decision that you make in trading, you got to ask yourself, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Because if you know that the strategy that you're sticking to works better, let's say, like, for example, ABCs, the way I trade this, my goal is to hit bigger swings. And I might lose a decent amount. My wins are so much bigger that in the long term, that's how I'm profitable. When you do things like take partial profits, when you take half profits, from my mindset, it's me securing what I have left, or me securing the profit that I have. What I'm also understanding as well is, I know I actively know this, but I still decide to do it anyway because the human part of me wants to not lose that. I don't want to lose money. I still do it to this day. I'm not perfect, but I know that in the long run, I'm taking away from the future potential profits that I may have. And so taking some out now to lose more, for me, it's better for me to lose the whole position than it is to take profits early and watch the rest of it ride. Like a very good example of this recently was this ETH short I was in. I was in this ETH short from here. I basically accidentally took profit around here. Let's see. Right here. I basically had to watch the rest ride. I feel like an idiot. I feel stupid for doing that. But I did end up, it's a mistake honest mistake that I made. I didn't want to, but it all came down to the premise of, okay, I wanted to secure something. But in the end, I would have made a lot more money holding on and taking profit on a much larger setup. Like if I just would have waited, you had this set up right here. Could have took profit on that, but I didn't. So that's something I definitely kicked myself in the butt for. And now going forward, I will let you guys know, but I don't plan on taking partial profits anymore. Just because of that mindset. I would rather leave it on the table, let it lose what I have, than to take it off the table and watch it run. Let's see. Now BTC pump or dump. Well, it's all I can say is as long as BTC is above that 18,450, which is this first green line, I would say we're probably going to pump, but I don't know. I can't give you an exact answer like that. I apologize. As long as BTC is above the 18,451, I think we're going to go up. If you're looking to get into a position, I'd say it's too late. I mean, unless you can get a retest down at 18,451, I would try to find something else. And another alternative you can do is try to take it ETH long at this 1420 region. Oh, I can't grab it. Big takes time, absolutely. I think BTC can make a head and shoulders, check 1 hour, zoom in, the pump and dump. I think I know what you're talking about, Vlad. I'll do it on a 30-minute just to make it a little bit. Oh, so you're talking about this? Like something like that. I'm pretty sure it's what you're talking about. Positive. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. And maybe like if I can catch a maybe I'll try to catch a short on ETH from here. If that's the case. I personally I'm not banking on lower price action. That's just me. I could be wrong. But I'm playing my cards where I'm taking my trades where the market tells you to take my trades. Wow, the end of the month is coming up already? Jeez. Do you guys want, like, I'm curious. You guys don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Is there anything else you guys would want to see me do? I mean, if you guys are watching the replay, you made it this far. Holy shit, thank you. Please feel free to chime in. For those who are hanging out with me live, is there anything else you would like to see me do? I'm just curious. Play some floats. I'm Vlad. I'm sorry. I might be uncultured. I don't know what that is. Cause like, as much as I like hanging out here, oh, the band. Oh, what are they? Thrash? Oh, okay. I kind of know these guys. They released a new song recently. Oh, a couple new songs. I'll check them out off stream, Vlad. I mean, if you guys want me, like, I don't know how I feel about the music stuff. I feel like it's cool. I've had some people tell me, hey, it's a different way to approach it, but I just have a feeling like the music that I play is not for most people. And I kind of don't want to scare people away from that. They made a song called Iron Maiden. I think people... Yeah, see, I was thinking that as well. I was thinking about making a separate channel on Twitch and doing that on Twitch. But somebody told me, a mentor of mine, someone who has a lot more followers and subscribers than I do, said should do it on here. I don't necessarily think that's a good idea. You can get scattered by Davey 504. Get a base. I can't slap. I can't slap like he can. His memes are impeccable, but I can't slap like he can. Just that very monotone. I just think it's hilarious. See, like, I'm not good. Like, the thing is, I'm okay. I'm good. It's hard to explain. Like, for being Italians. Yep, Italians. I'm good I say on a broad spectrum, I'm good. But when it comes to, like, online, I am not that good. Like, people who play online are do like shows, Twitch stuff. Like, one of my favorite guitarists of all time, someone who I personally look up to, his name is Matt Heafy from the band Trivium. He was probably the original founder of streaming instruments on Twitch, or he was like one of the ones that made it mainstream. And he is absolutely insane. Streams twice a day, hours every day, plays his songs, sings, screams, plays guitar. This dude can shred. And he's been playing since what? Probably like early 2000s. Like he probably like 01, 02, maybe even earlier. He's probably been playing. Like that was his first time he's in a band. So this guy's been playing forever. He does it for a living. So the dude's obviously gonna be phenomenal. I don't have the time for that. If one day I will have the time for that. Maybe I will do that in the future. But for right now, I just don't see it happening right now. And if I do have more time to practice and stuff, I could definitely get better. Like I'm definitely out of touch. Like probably 4 or 5 years ago, I was on my game. I was very good, a lot better than I am now. Just at different things. Like my playing has evolved. We gotta figure out. Maybe I'll do Twitch. I don't know how it. We'll see. But I don't want to play video games. I feel like everyone else and their mother plays video games on these platforms. I'm not that good. I know if you guys watch me, you definitely know who Kite is. Kite is absolutely a monster at video games. I'm not like that. I feel like a boomer every time I play a game with him. And I'm decent. I can't play like he does. The video game's out of the loop. The only thing I could really fall back on is music. So maybe I'll start a second Twitch channel. If I do that, I would definitely let you guys know. I think it'd be a good way to separate it. I'm going on rants here. I'm so sorry. I will follow. Thank you, Vlad. I appreciate it. Thank you for showing support for here and the other channel whenever I decide to do that. Oh no. Oh, Vlad, did you message me again? I'm sorry. Oh, okay, you show Metal Shock. Yeah, I'll definitely go check them out after the stream. I have like a list of bands and music I have to follow or I have to listen to. I've been doing good at keeping up with them, so definitely that's going on there. I will check them out. I don't know if I can do it by tomorrow morning, but maybe I can do it by tomorrow morning. Vlad, do you know if are you still? I think you're still here. Is David gonna be popping in tomorrow? Or tomorrow? Well, I guess in the morning or a couple hours from now. Well, a couple hours. I feel like it's not a couple hours. It's like half a. Yeah, it was 12 hours. 99%. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to ask. Come on, Price, do something. Do this and just keep doing it instead of, minus the dumb part. Pump and just keep pumping. Oh shit! I gotta open up a separate thing. I gotta remember to do something. I have like a list of things I gotta do. And I have like, thank God I saved my notes. Because I'll come up with like 2 things, save a document. Instead of opening up that same document, I'll open up a separate document. And I'll make more notes. And then I get to the point where I have like 30 notes of stuff that I need to do. And I forget half of the stuff that I do. Instead of consolidating it into one. I gotta do another experiment here. Okay, cool. But how long have you been on here for? Hour 18. You are me. LOL. Yeah, it's Vlad. It's bad because like I have that on my computer. I also have like a list of notes of stuff on my phone. Luckily, I do a better track. I do a better job at tracking stuff on my phone better than my computer. It's because I always have my phone on me. But yeah, I'll sit here like just now. I just remembered something. I'm gonna pop it in my computer. Doing a live stream. Well, I should really be doing it on my phone. I'm a mess sometimes. Actually, I gotta set an alarm for tomorrow because I'm literally gonna be waking up. I'm gonna be waking up literally right out of bed and hopping on the stream. 7 a.m. So I'll give myself. You do the groceries? Thank God I don't. I don't. For that exact same reason. I'll say what I want. What I'll do is that when that time comes, I'll let everything else get established first, that like the essentials, and then from there I'd be like, okay, I want this. And even still, After I get that going, I give myself maybe 1 or 2 more times where I'll like add to it, and if I can't figure out anything past that, I said, you know what, just send it. Worst case scenario, there's a grocery store that's open 24/7 down the street from me. Past Easter list. That's good. I can just picture that. That's good. I like that. But yeah, fortunate for me, I live right down. I literally, it would take me like a solid like half an hour, but I can walk down to, it's called a ShopRite, or at least where I live. I know other people lives in different parts of the world. If you had imagine if your major grocery chain supermarket where you live, it was open 24/7. Not all grocery stores are like that, and that same I guess company does that, but my store specifically does that. That's pretty funny. All right, folks. It's been like an hour and a half almost. I got stuff to do, and it's getting late for me. I'm going to try to get things done before I fall asleep. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys are watching the replay and you made it this far, holy shit, you guys are phenomenal. So hopefully you guys learned something new, perhaps. If not, at least you know what I'm looking for. I really do appreciate every single one of you. If you guys are in David Tech's group, I will see you guys in the morning. If you guys are interested in asking me questions, I'm gonna be hanging out there for a little bit before I start my day, because I'm literally it's the first thing I'm doing when I wake up. So look forward to see you guys then. If not, I'm tomorrow's Wednesday. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. Hopefully not so freaking late. But we'll see. If not, I'll probably do I can't do it Thursday. Yeah, I'm gonna try to aim for tomorrow. At least stop by for like 30 minutes, an hour. So you guys will probably see me tomorrow, regardless of where you're watching. So I thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Vlad, thank you so much for hanging out. Trevor, if you're still here, thank you as well. I don't know who else might be in here right now, but if I missed you and you're in here, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will catch you guys on the next one. Be good, be safe, and hopefully something happens by then. We'll see. All right, folks. Have a good night.